do a video. Today we're also like to Alex Gear, so.
So I had to get a special windshield because in the county that Topper said he was in, they have to have a non-breakable windshield. There are regulations. This should be pretty easy to install. There we go. Yeah, they can't go the other way. Man, that looks good. Yeah, it does. Let's get some lights. Strong lights are going to be key to any search and rescue car. We'll have to upgrade the vehicle's battery to power them all. But I want to show the chief that this thing can throw some serious wattage. Yeah, I'm going to have to drill out these holes to bolt it in. Like brand new, it's a new life bracket. Yeah, we should know. I should have got a third one. We should use it. Sure. You think it looks good? I like it.
What?
Well, not bad for a first start. I think it's pretty good. We got a windshield and lights on. I'm happy. Looks good.
Andy's been trying for years to put these custom headers on his Roadster, but they never come out the way he wants them. I called around and found a fabricator out west who's an expert at this. He's created thousands of custom headers for all kinds of clients. So for Andrew's birthday, I secretly flew this guy out to put the headers on Andy's Roadster. Hey, man.
How you doing, Buck?
Yes.
Richard McAfloat.
My plan is to surprise Andrew with the finished product. Andrew has been out of the shop all week. Tell me something new. But I gotta figure out a way to keep him out for 2 more days so I can finish the project. This is the man. He's gonna finally fix, I hope, Andy's car.
I hope so, too.
So I got Tommy down to help Richard because Tommy knows exactly what Andrew wants. We have been messing with this for how long, Tommy?
It's been a good 7, 8 years. He's just never really been satisfied with what anybody's come up with.
A Roadster, every detail was shown, and the headers aren't just a functional part. Aesthetically, you know, this is as much a piece of art, I'm assuming, here, as it is going to be a part that's going to go next.
All right. This guy really knows what he's talking about.
It's got a lot of custom work on it, but it doesn't look like anything that's outside the scope of what we can do. I brought all my modeling tooling here so I can kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect.
Right. Richard's going to come up with a design plan. Then he'll start welding the pipes to create the new exhaust system.
I really don't see a problem with that. You got here in a couple days.
Sounds like we got the right guy.
Well, I'm telling you, we definitely do.
Now, all I have to worry about is keeping Andrew out of the shop for 2 more days.
Numbers fill our lives. They connect us to people, to places,
241 diamonds. Number 2.
even our past. Nothing beats my people, and then some connect right to us.
3029. I've been here all my life.
Michigan Lottery Daily 3 and 4 games. What's your name? Bonus draws are here. You can win 20% more on the Daily 3 and 4 for limited time. 50 years ago, a jackpot started growing in Michigan. It was inspired by fun and prizes for players, and fueled by a love for local businesses, and care for their children's futures. With over $26 billion in support for Michigan public schools, the goodness this jackpot is spreading is a win for everyone.
Win the game!
For fun, for schools, for 50 years.
I had to be at the junkyard for most of today, so Tommy's going solo on the off-road rescue vehicle. He'll probably get more done without me anyway.
So this thing's got to be designed to haul a lot of equipment. Probably the most important if they're at a crash scene. The dolls of life. This thing is the difference between living and dying. This is pretty much their go-to device to get you out of something. It's got a lot of weight to it. You have a hydraulic pump system back here with a motor built onto it, and also these hydraulic lines. So all this stuff needs to be mounted but accessible, and it needs to be able to be deployed very quick when they pull on scene. I'm gonna have to make up a mount for this thing so it can come on and off pretty easily. Make myself kind of a little holster for this thing, if you will. Something I can drop this thing into and float up like a little bucket. Yeah, that'll work good. It's a little rough, but for prototyping, just for fitting this thing, it'll work fine.
Tommy's really been moving along on our off-road rescue vehicle. It's funny how much you can get done without any obnoxious distractions.
Man, where have you been? You're not down at work, you're not at Damascus. What the hell is this?
This is a first response vehicle. Look at it.
First response vehicle. Response to what?
The fire department needs these. We're building a prototype for them so they can get in and help people.
Since when do we start doing prototypes? First off, I don't even know what a prototype is. What, do you know what a prototype is? I got no idea. Are you crazy?
This is exactly why I wanted to do this job at my house. Out of sight from my father's bad attitude.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? It's awesome.
I don't know about that.
Man, look at this baby. He's got shovels, picks, we got the jaws of life right here. You got something with the jaws of
Well,
life?
I could pull a tooth with it. Andrew, I'm gonna give you a saliva test to see if you're sane.
There's a specific need for this where you can't bring a truck in there.
Let me ask you a question though, Tommy. Did they ask you to build it, or are you building it and
We
presenting
came
it?
up with the idea.
They asked us.
Andy talked to him.
My dad's got no vision. The only thing he cares about is if the jobs are paid for up front in cold cash.
Man, I hope they buy this, or
Hey, Tommy, can I take it for a second, please? Keep
I
it
already
here.
own it. What are you talking about? I'm laying out all the money.
you're gonna keep it yourself. I think you stepped in a bucket of I really do. With them not knowing what they're gonna get,
Thanks for stopping by.
it's a total cluster. But it's really working for me because it's keeping them out of Damascus while I do his birthday present. How long do you think you're gonna be here today or this week with this?
When I'll be here till it's done.
Oh, man.
Bobby just came by. And that reminds me, I need to go by the shop today, figure out what's going on with Andy's Roadster. Richard's mocking up the piping by using a plastic templating system he has. That way he can get all the angles figured out before he actually goes and cuts the stainless steel tubing. Oh man, this is looking great.
Hey, yeah, it's turned out pretty good, you know. I'm trying to get the concept all kind of squared away as far as what we want to do with the lines.
Richard's going to use a method called TIG welding to put all these tubes together. It superheats a very fine area so the rest of the pipe doesn't warp. Cosmetically, it looks better, and it's certainly stronger than any other type of welding you can do with this metal. Man, I like it. I like the way it's flowing there.
The push rod tubes are kind of staggered. So instead of doing the traditional way on the header, I went to a staggered kind of finish to kind of brought back that kind of a thing more classic feel that you get out of the motorcycle world.
This guy's finally done what nobody else has been able to do. He created a high-performance exhaust system that actually flows with the car. I like where you're going with it.
Cool. I'm gonna wrap up a couple of primaries, get laying out into the kind of the exhaust exit area,
Okay.
and we'll see where we land. But should get you here in just a couple more hours.
Andy's gonna flip when he sees this Roadster. He has no idea this is going on. I just need to keep him occupied and out of the shop and get this fire and rescue vehicle done.
One giant track.
Well, you got 3 more.
The tracks I ordered for the build on the ATV
Hey, Danny,
has finally arrived. This is gonna tear my yard up like you would not believe. That is some knobby tracks.
You're not gonna get stuck with these
You're
guys.
right.
Is this for the right thing?
I ordered it for this model.
Man, I hope this is right. Can you return them if it's not?
Nope. I just paid $5,500 for these things. Better be right now. Normally, I wouldn't go deep into my pockets for that much money. But it's the tracks that are gonna sell this vehicle.
This is my guess. So I don't quite get it.
We get the lift kit out, and right away, I see something's not right.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
You know it's bad if I have to look at the directions. These are really thin to be holding up with the shock, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, what the hell?
What, are we drilling holes in the shock tower?
The brackets that hold the tracks on, a one bolt setup, I don't like that at all.
But then you're drilling through the frame back here in order to add an extra bolt hole in.
How's that ever gonna hold up when you go down into a ravine to rescue someone?
I mean, it only has one bolt in it. It just makes no sense to me. I don't understand.
So now we're really confused. We're like, all right, did they send us the wrong thing? Is this mispackaged, mislabeled? It doesn't look like it actually fits. None of the stuff lines up.
This could screw the whole thing up.
And it pretty much is screwing the whole thing
I
up.
don't get it at all. I'm building a flippin' search and rescue vehicle here. I can't have these cheap brackets on there when someone's life's on the line.
And this is not starting off well.
Andrew, that lady pay us for using the toilet?
My dad, he's got a unique way of expressing himself.
You know what a surprise is to them? That's a park with humps in it. That's a surprise. Man, I'm so hungry I can eat fruits and vegetables. I started lunch at 9 and I end at 12:30.
But when I went to the doctor, he told me if I don't eat, I'll
Stop.
die. I don't know where he comes up with these things.
Leave my foot alone. I was chasing your girlfriend and I fell.
Today is Wednesday, Clank.
Yeah, you stupid ass. Wang, I give you a fresh duck. You gotta dance.
But when he's on a roll,
Wang's a dance.
he can really let him fly.
I wish mine had baby W.
I
I wish I had WAB. I wish I had WBB.
Andrew, what are you doing?
When I'm not insane.
I tell you what, you better tell that to your priest. Don't tell it to me. Where are you sleeping at night? What are we, Rambo Part 3? I'm taking Frank to the club. We're gonna pick up some chicks. Smile at you. Do I get an inspection before then? Well, they call me a dog, but I don't know. And I'm making it hot in here, aren't I? There's his ass loss right there. I'm telling you. I'm having custom headers made for Andrew's Roadster as a birthday surprise. The guy I flew out is almost done.
I like where you're going with it.
Andrew doesn't suspect the thing yet.
One giant track.
He's been away from the shop all week working on some pie-in-the-sky build for his search and rescue team. He thinks he's going to make a lot of money on this, but it is a giant mess.
And this is not starting off well.
At least it's keeping him out of my hair for the week.
His directions suck. I just spent $5,500 on these tracks. I have no idea how they're going to stay on with these crappy track attachments. If I'm going to sell this thing, I've got to figure out how to get the tracks to work. So you know what I think it is?
School me.
This one goes in there. Yeah, you put the two behind it, hold it together, and these two squish it out. But that's why I think they have it. I mean, that's the only thing it can be.
It just goes completely behind the whole contraption.
That's what I'm thinking.
Must be onto something there. Because these are pretty flimsy brackets and you're just bolting it on there. So you're definitely giving out the rigidness of that.
I've never seen brackets attached like this. It makes for a weak fit, but for now, I'm just gonna have to make it work. I don't like it, but at least we have the right pieces, and at least we will get it together. I'm glad we're building a prototype so we can test it and see if the product fails. Because the next one I would build, I would not use this product. I would most likely build something myself because you can just weld new tabs.
You jump this one time, it's done. It's gonna fold right over that tower and it's done.
Definitely break it. First thing I'm gonna do is go out. Sweating like Mary Lou Redneck.
Cut. Be on.
Yep.
Right, so fights me like that.
You got it in there?
Done.
That was quick. I'm still not sold on it, man, but it is really cool looking. Definitely looks like they'll go through.
I think we need to get it out there, drive it around a little bit, see what loosens up, make sure, nothing's gonna come apart and everybody's happy.
I gotta see if this thing will break.
We're just gonna stare at it, make sure everything's moving, there's nothing locked up, it's not hitting anything.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do later on today, guys. Yeah, so yeah. Woo! Be on 30 minutes. Should be. I can't wait to be coming on.
Does drive like a little tank.
I'm gonna watch this until court 10 till. Then I'm gonna go watch it. Then just stuff I have to do. Then just 2 more things I have to do to this.
Definitely gonna upgrade those brackets.
This is pretty much unstoppable, man.
But for right now, it's putting on an awesome show.
I'm going to.
That's pretty badass. To back up an incline like that and not even think about it, it didn't even spin. Looking at it, we need to change the whole look. It looks like something that was built for them, not just slapped together like this. So let's make the adjustments. Let's wrap it. I think we're done, man. Good job.
With the off-road rescue vehicle just about done, I stopped by Damascus for the first time all week. The hell's on fire, man?
This is how Bridget got me to switch to on. It's way too much for groceries.
The hell's on fire, man? Car's not on fire.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Here's my Roadster with amazing new headers. It's exactly how I wanted them. I cannot flip and believe it.
We had a guy come in from California to finish the job up that you've been trying to do.
Man, that is awesome.
Isn't it neat?
That is really
Came out
cool.
great.
With the muffler on it and everything.
I'm really happy that you're happy with it. For my birthday, you can pay for my boat.
Yeah, no problem. I can't believe my old man went to all that trouble to have somebody come in and do that for me. I mean, he knows that I have not been able to find someone to build headers for years and years and years the way that I like them. Best thing he's ever done for me, no doubt about it.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, Mom.
Man, I'm telling you.
Thanks a lot. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
That's all I wanted to do was give him something that he wouldn't forget, and I guarantee you he'll never forget this one.
I take everything that I said back.
There you go.
By the end of the week, we're getting crushed by a huge snowstorm. Winter weather's hitting early this year. I had to close the shop, which sucks. But we're also test driving a search and rescue prototype for Chief Topper today. And nothing's gonna sell this vehicle better than driving it through a half a foot of snow.
Chief, man, you ready to see it?
I sure am.
It's snowing. It's gonna be awesome.
Can I just drive it home?
Drive it wherever you want to drive. This is my head fabricator, Tommy. Hi, Tommy. You ready to see this thing?
Wow. That's remarkable.
Unstoppable tank. You see the tracks? They're nice and rubbery. You can go on the road.
Wow.
See, it's got a little flex to it, just like a Caterpillar. It's just like a tractor.
Wow.
Moves back and forth like that. So,
That's impressive.
yeah. Then you have your shovel here. You got your hose reel rack. Your irons right here. They slip in little grooves. Jaws of Life engine. So you can either unclip it, pull it out, or you can start it right here and just hook the lines up.
Put the lines to it, yep.
Yep. And then here's the actual Jaws of Life. Easy enough. Pick it up.
Yep.
Man. And obviously you know how important these are to have. Got your bags, got your EMT bags, got the first aid bags, the red bar, the LEDs. We actually hooked the winch to a tree and we picked the whole thing up. It was sitting there swinging like a swing.
Yeah, nice cable.
Yep.
3,000 pounds.
Yep.
I mean, that's perfect. Bottom line, as you said, you can't get this stuck, so it's gonna get the way you need it.
That's exactly right. We're gonna go outside and prove it to you right now.
This concrete?
Nope, it's all dirt from here on out.
You ain't stopping this thing. This
No.
thing's amazing.
That's the selling feature right there. You're not stopping this vehicle. I tell you, I wouldn't have any problem driving up this hill right there, as ridiculous as that is. Come on, Kramer! Now tell me your vehicle's gonna do that.
No, we can't do that. We were not able to do that.
I mean, we could hook up a little trailer in the back, we could pull people in and out.
Like if you're in a ski slope, you can pull behind it.
Absolutely. You're not getting stuck in this. I mean, I don't think your six-wheeler would make that thing right here.
I can tell Topper's impressed. And who wouldn't be? I'm impressed myself.
And this thing, you're driving over the woods, you drive over, whatever you want to drive over, you'll just keep on trucking. It's just like a walk in a park. Well, great.
Good. You're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah,
Let's go back inside and get warm and talk some business.
we can do that.
All right. What'd you guys think? What do you think of it? Give me some feedback. I need the feedback.
I think it's fantastic because you can't get this thing stuck. It's obviously out in the snow, we're up over dunes, it's going to maneuver in anything you have. If the chief ends up buying it, you want to put some fenders out.
Well, like I said, this is a prototype. I definitely want to do things to it before I would ever sell it to anybody. Now's the chance to go for the full sale. So let me ask you a question. Is your company interested?
Yes, we're definitely interested in the market for something like this.
That's
I
all.
think as well, other companies are going to follow suit.
And that's what I'm looking for.
The way it performed outside, count me in, coach.
All right. I've got about 16 grand tied up in this thing. I want to make some adjustments before I sell this, but my goal is to make 15 to 20 grand profit on it. And price rise with it, I'm thinking right off the top of my head, it's going to be in that 30, 40 range when you're putting tracks on it, because the vehicle alone's 18 grand and the tracks are 55 to 75. It's within your budget to do that.
That's within our budget, and I think that's a fair cost for a vehicle.
Okay. That's as good as a sales order. And the chief didn't even blink at my price point. All right, man. It sounds like we have a great deal. I'm looking forward to working with you.
Okay.
I'm going to make sure that you guys are happy. Hey, this thing's awesome. And I know you guys want more lights, so we'll definitely throw some more lights on there for you. Chainsaw. Lights, fenders, chainsaw. We got it. I got to say, it's been a damn good week for both my shops. This is pretty awesome. Timmy got the yard a new processor that's going to save me time and money. This car's done. And my 32 Roadster that's been sitting for years turned into the best birthday gift ever. Man, that is awesome. And now it's official. I'm building a search and rescue vehicle. Is your company interested?
Yes, we're definitely interested in the market for something like this.
Sometimes
So bear, guys.
myself on how well a plan comes together.
So today, guys, we got Alex Gear on today, so that's good.
Worth $10,000, up to $10,000. You
YouTube.
gotta win 4 more, all right? The more you win, the better chance.
Hey guys, just killing some time before it comes on. I want to look up something real quick. That's it. There's somebody I need to look at real quick before I even. So surprising Jeff's running now. Someone's out of gas.
We're in their corner and on it because their local agent is a small business owner too.
Something new is on the horizon, where the most fantastical, magical things happen, and your wishes really do come true.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Taking a Risk with George. It is officially day 4 of Camp Hales. Unfortunately, the last day. I'm so sad, but it is such a beautiful morning that I have to get up. The grass is soaking wet, soaking my socks. I am wearing shoes, so it's soaking those as well. The water is literally just seeping right through the shoes. Oh,
I'm gonna do some stuff later.
I'm gonna have to do one last walk around before we get out of here. Stay tuned. Alright, so check it out. Look at that. The sun is up there. It is about 8 o'clock in the morning. Unfortunately, Camp Hales did not go as planned this year, but you know what? That's what the risk is when you come to Camp Hales. You never know what the Hales is going to happen. Schedule fell through almost immediately. We really didn't stick to anything. We kind of just whiffed it, improvised, which you know I love. Love improvising.
Ooh.
Heard some really weird sounds, and I'm hoping to get over here to the pond. I probably should quiet up just a little bit. Hoping to get over here, catch that gator. Not necessarily catch with my hands, just catch it on camera. Oh wow, look at all the dragonflies. Tons of them. supposed to call them flagging guys or something like that. One of the viewers commented me, since I call butterflies flutterflies, I should call dragonflies flagging guys. Which, yeah, I think that's funny. I did also learn somebody went into depth, Betsy Mindfreak, about the cypress tree knees. And absolutely wonderful. And she definitely confirmed what I was saying about how there's no true explanation, but they have theories. And one of the theories was, hold on, I'll tell you guys after I get to this pond, all nice and quiet like. So there's supposed to be a 10-foot gator somewhere over here. I don't see anything, do you? I think that's a crow. No, it's probably not a morning crow. I'm gonna call it.
You can't film crows. You cannot film crows. Or you go to
Filming here, if you don't mind.
You can't film crows. It's against the law.
Daddy's right back to it.
You can't film crows.
Well, I was coming down here, and I was explaining the cypress knees, so there is no proven explanation as to why they have them, but there is a lot of theories. And what the theories are what I mentioned before in the video where I nearly died. If you didn't see that one, I was walking through the swamp, had no clue where I was going, just looking for bottles, mammoth tooths, creatures, of course, you know I love looking for creatures, and I came across one of Florida's deadliest creatures without knowing it. But not only that, it's not only one of Florida's most deadly creatures, it's also one of Florida's most aggressive. And the fact that I was able to stand mere feet away from this thing and have a conversation and a stare down with it is absolutely ridiculous. Anybody who knows or has lived in Florida is like coming at me and saying, you are so lucky. Those things are so aggressive, they chase you. And that's what I was literally talking about before. That is one of the snakes that does not care. But they also did mention that it's probably well fed, which may or may not be the reason it wasn't interested. Oh, I like that sound. That clicking noise. Somebody said that's Bigfoot or Sasquatch. That makes all the clicking noise. So I did get extremely lucky. I wasn't as perceptive as I try to be, or as observant as I try to be. I more than likely would have stepped within striking
Mom?
distance, which I could have very well been in striking distance of that water moccasin, which is that's what that actually was.
I want somebody to give me a
I
penis
was told
nuts.
by somebody I trusted that that was not a deadly snake and that I should catch it. I went with my better judgment, which I usually do, and I decided not to touch a wild creature that I had no clue what it was, even though somebody told me it was not poisonous, because it was later on confirmed that it is actually extremely poisonous. So, thank goodness for that. That's how I like to operate, you know. I say all the time, my better judgment. Something's right here. I just spooked something. It ran back, so not necessarily worried about it. But we're taking one of the trails that is a little bit more clear. As you can see, I've got room on both sides. Now, Jeremy did mention before that he has seen snakes on this trail, and he has caught a few. Once again, folks, ladies and gentlemen,
This is a story I wish I never had to tell. It haunts me every day. As a Girl Scout, I never once thought anything bad would happen.
I am not looking to capture anything, touch anything. That is not my intentions. I like to observe. I'm a strictly look and don't touch type of guy. But I was also told, which I thought was pretty cool, oh man, there's just a, oh, it's a dragonfly. It's So
One thing I'll look at real quick, then I'm gonna
yeah, that's pretty cool.
get ready
That's a
for
little ominous right there.
you know,
I don't think we've made this trail. Which I
PLX
wonder,
12.
because we did actually run into the pigs last night. If you were watching one of Guapo's many lives from the other night, we did actually run right into the pigs with the gator while we were joyriding at night, and none of us had the instinct, including myself, which I feel bad for, to jump out and try to wrangle them. Which I was kind of surprised because they were rather slow,
Tried to.
which I thought
Okay,
was
that would be
the
interesting to see later.
hogs and the pigs were
I will
kinda
see that
quick.
later.
So it was
That
weird,
looks like
you know, running
it
up
looks
against them
interesting.
with the gator. But
That would be fun to
creatures,
watch.
That sounded like a scurrying and not slithering. So
That would be an interesting thing to see
I'm not worried about it.
off camera.
Yeah, so we definitely had the opportunity. Guapo attempted. Like Jeremy shut that down immediately. He was very disappointed that we spooked him. But I think if we all would have collaborated, we could have jumped out and wrangled them the way we were intending to. It just would not have been inside the pen like Jeremy intended. So I heard clicking, and ever since I got that comment, and so many of you have commented with my walkarounds that in the background somewhere you can see a swamp ape walking around or a Bigfoot or Sasquatch. So I'm definitely trying to be more perceptive of that. I usually look
I'm gonna watch that video later
on
off
these
camera.
walks because that is where
Yeah, I'll just
the
start
most
videos.
danger is going to come from. I mean, I guess a bird can come and scoop me away. That'd be pretty cool. I'm sure Florida has pterodactyls. You know, it's not hard to believe. I probably shouldn't get too loud. These dragonflies, flagging guys, are following me around, which is pretty neat. But so is this little mosquito or fly or something. Yeah, you can be on camera, buddy. You don't have to lay on my floor with this room. But we have actually dwindled down. We did lose Conky as well. His shark fishing adventure.
Death have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have pain or swelling in your arms or legs, shortness of breath, chest pain, and rapid
You
breathing or heart rate, or if you're nursing, pregnant, or plan to be.
Every day matters, and I want more of them.
Ask your doctor
You-
about every day for Zenio.
YouTube. Go do some crazy later. Yeah, I'll do some crazy later. I don't know where Phil is, so yeah. Phil might do it. Might tell Philip what I might want to do. Ew, ew, and ew. Sounds gross, gross, and gross. Alex. G G E E A Alex Gear. There we go. That's what I wanted. Ba 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 so ba 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 ba. Why don't take a break? Break ba 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 boo za do 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 ba ba za do da. Why don't you take a quick break? Ba 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 do one more video after this. I got to do a thing. Ba 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 do 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 do. One more video. Do 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 do. One more video. Do 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 do. Then we'll be do 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 do. A chance of meeting Moxie. Ooh. That person's going a little too fast. A chance of meeting Moxie. A chance meeting. Hazard Hotel. Arachnus. Overlord. Radio. Audio. Drama. Comic. With... So maybe Moxie's gonna be an a chance meeting. Hearts Moxie. So who knows? Maybe we'll see Moxie. Who knows? I mean, that's gonna be the weirdest thing though when you go to. Man, that's gonna be hard though. What? Having 5 fingers and on Earth you have 5 fingers, but you enter hell you only have 3 fingers. I mean, that's gotta feel weird. I bet. I mean, this version he has 5 fingers still. In this version, of him driving, he has 5 fingers. So. That'd be kind of weird, though. Wouldn't it be? 7 more minutes, then we're done. Then I'll do some gaming, maybe. Who knows? So today, guys, if Z does come over, we're gonna play some show my city game. That's what I'm gonna do. Show Z the city I worked so hard on. What's this? Hey, Z, you know how you told me you didn't want to start a city? Look at this. Wow. What's this? Hey, I want you to Zach. Look at this. Where's this from? How long is this from? We'll do it later. I'll do it later. What I want to do, but 6 minutes. So after this, I'm going to take a break. Maybe play some city game later. But let's change it up a little bit until it's over with, and let's do something real quick. When it's done, I'm gonna. That's what I'll do. But right now, I'm gonna go back in color. Right now. That's what I'll do. When we do Arachnus, I'll change the color. When we do Arachnus, I'll change the color. Or maybe restart the thing up. I can always do a reset. Let's do that. I'm gonna reset it.